Hi everyone, and welcome to our holiday survival checklist, to our Facebook Live mini-series, The Ultimate Guide to Surviving the Holidays When You Can't Stand Your Spouse. I'm Alexandra Getze. I'm an attorney, family law attorney here in Dallas, Texas, owner of Alexandra Getze Family Law, and we help women find the confidence that they need to regain control over their lives. So just kind of quick backstory about what this mini-series is about. It came up during a strategy kind of brainstorming session with my team and trying to come up ways that we can better help our clients. And so we figured a lot of them were kind of dreading the holidays. And so we wanted to create something that could be a resource for them that they could share with others and hopefully will inspire and empower them to move forward and maybe not hate their spouses so much and maybe to focus on themselves and enjoying the holidays a little bit more, even if it's just a tiny bit. So if you want to catch past episodes, go to our Facebook page at Family Law DFW. You can also catch them on our website, familylawdfw.com. And I believe it may also be on some of our other social media, but those are the two main places to go. We're going to be doing 4 more episodes after this episode, so it's a 6-week kind of program. And our social media should be posting the sort of the topics and calendar of events that are coming up. So we encourage you to check that out. So beginning with today's topic, which is forget picture perfect. So I actually struggle with perfectionism a little bit myself. And for those who don't know, just quick backstory, I grew up in sort of a high conflict situation at home and then being bullied at school. And so perfectionism was a coping mechanism that I developed to try to make the chaos, find more peace and, try to appease people and things like that. And so that's a little bit of my backstory and why I struggle with perfectionism. And so I know that a lot of people, especially people who are in high conflict situations, want to make things perfect because it's a way to bring peace out of chaos. But because I understand it so well, I also understand that it can be really stressful to do that and agonizing, especially during a high stress time like the holidays. And so that's kind of why we are talking about today's topic. I've come to realize that perfectionism can also hold you back. And so it's important for you to realize that you don't want to let the perfectionism get so much out of control that that's holding you back from living your life and doing the things that you really want to do. If you want to move forward in life and accomplish things, you have to let go of some of that perfectionism. I guess for those who don't believe me, check out today, for instance. I'm doing Facebook Live. There's no edits or anything like that. I say stupid things sometimes, and maybe I have like food in my teeth, or what if I sneeze? There's a lot of things here that can freak out a perfectionist, but you got to do it, because in order to do that, I can help more people. We can get our message out to more people. Hopefully people will share and start sort of talking about it, and we can help people out there. And let's see, planning. So I'm not saying that letting go of all your perfectionism is what you should be doing. There is an element of perfectionism that's really good, which is the planning part. And so planning things out, which our last episode covered, actually creating your happiness plan. And so we talked about ways that you can plan and prepare for things. I think that element of perfectionism is a really great thing and can help you achieve more success. And I actually know a great law firm, if you're looking, that believes in this sort of planning, pre-divorce planning and things like that. So if you want a referral, let me know. But enough about myself. Now I want to tell you guys a story and kind of the main focus of today. I was talking to a woman the other day, and she was telling me how she was dreading the holidays. For her, Christmas and Thanksgiving had become really a chore. She talked about how she didn't want her friends and family to know that her marriage was crumbling. The stress of, keeping up appearances and making sure that the kids were taken care of and that the kids didn't really know about things, didn't find out, and that they had a happy Christmas. She was telling me how she was pulling out boxes and boxes of decor. She was buying new clothes for the kids, getting the photographer in to photograph them. She was doing elaborate meals for the picky eaters. She was trying to create this perfect hotel experience for her out-of-town guests. And it was all a lot of pressure on her, and she kind of just broke down into tears. Then she also told me that her husband was an alcoholic on top of all that, and so she was dreading the inevitable, going to the parties and having to cover for him, clean up his messes. When he would insult people, he tended to drink a little bit more at the holiday parties and be a little bit more depressed, and so the inevitable fights that would come from that and trying to shield the kids from that was causing her a lot of stress and anxiety. And, when she broke down and just started crying, I really wasn't exactly sure what to tell her. I just kind of held her for a minute. But it did open up the dialogue between us to talk about what are the things that we could maybe try to look at doing in her life. What are the positive things in her life that we should focus on, and explore ways that maybe we can take baby steps into minimizing some of the stress. So based out of what came out of that conversation, we've pulled out about 4 tips. And so I wanted to share those tips with you guys and talk about that. 4 tips to keep things, to help you forget picture perfect. So the first one is to be present in the moment. Just notice the details and the small blessings that are around you every day. It could be your children's laughter. It can be something beautiful that you see outside, the fall foliage, and just anything like that. Just those small little things that bring you joy. Notice the details of those things. And just take a moment to be present, to notice them, be aware of them, and absorb them. That can bring you a lot of peace and joy. And then on the flip side, notice the things that drive you nuts about your spouse, because if you're thinking about divorce, then noticing the things that drive you crazy about him, maybe make a list. Does he, the drinking could be a good one, the fighting, the way, but it could also be something as small as like he doesn't clean up his socks. It's like just all the time, or the way he eats, or whatever it is that drives you nuts about your spouse. Those are the things you kind of want to make track of and notice, because you want to use them as motivation and a reminder as to why you want to get this divorce, why you want a fresh start with your life. Because once you're divorced, you don't have to deal with that anymore. So that's kind of the nice thing about it. And so that just thinking about those things may help motivate you going forward. Tip number 3, recognize that this may be the last holiday that you spend with your spouse and your kids in this particular family dynamic. And for some people, that can be devastating, right? To think about, this is the last holiday I'll have like that. But I challenge you to look at it in another way, to look at it more positively. If you've been suffering through the holidays all these years, look at it that it could be a positive thing that you're not going to be in the same family dynamic now. It could be that you either have the kids without your spouse next year, or you don't have your kids or your spouse just because of the way the visitation schedule works out, and you can enjoy time for yourself and to reflect on this and do the things that you enjoy. A year can be a very short period of time or a very long period of time, but a lot can happen in a year, and next holiday season, it's entirely up to you and your control to decide if you're going to have a happy Christmas or Hanukkah or holiday or Thanksgiving, or a not so great one. So think about that and try to spin it in the way that you want to live your life. And tip number 4, appreciate the moments that get you excited about moving on with your life. So things like, think about what it would be like to not have to create that ultimate holiday experience, that hotel experience for your in-laws. Think about what it would be like to not have to cook this huge elaborate meal, trying to make things perfect. Think about sharing a Christmas with your children where you guys can actually laugh and be relaxed and not have to walk around eggshells. Think about maybe not having the kids, and maybe you're going to be on a beach somewhere enjoying your freedom, or even in a church quietly reflecting on your life. I mean, it could be any number of things, but those are the moments you kind of want to take in and appreciate and look forward to, because those are the things that are going to hold you through when things get a little bit rocky in the divorce, or in life post-divorce, because it's not always picture perfect. It is imperfect, but you can make it better, and you can certainly be happier. And actually, we recently just posted an article that confirmed a study that women are actually happier than men after divorce. So that may be something you want to check out. And also, just keep in mind that you can do all this, and you have so much control over your life, and you just have to take the actions to do it. So that's really all I've got today. It's I think a little bit shorter than last week's episode. Join us again next Tuesday, 2 o'clock at 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, and we're going to be going over, I think the next topic is fear is your frenemy, and so that should be a fun one. And we're going to talk about, I guess, that. And see, I can't edit this. It's imperfect, and I want to edit it, but I can't. Okay, so the ultimate guide to surviving the holidays when you can't stand your spouse. Tuesdays at 2 during the holiday season. Join us on Facebook at familylawdfw.com. You can also see replays of the videos on our website at familylawdfw.com. And also check us out on Instagram. So we have an Instagram page up, and our handle is at Alexandra Getzy Family Law, and we're going to be posting under hashtag Mom Life, hashtag Law Life, and hashtag Chief Domestic Officer over the holidays. And our pictures on Instagram are going to be exclusive to Instagram. We're not going to be posting those on Facebook or other social media. So that's what I got. So as a reminder, don't hate your spouse. Don't spend another holiday season hating your spouse. Instead, focus on something that will empower you to live a life that you love. All right, thanks. See you next time.